guys, welcome back. A friend of mine, Amanda, over at the Naughty Librarian, recently created her own book tag and tagged me in it, so I am doing it today. This is the back to school book tag. School is starting soon. For some people it has already started. This tag is all about celebrating books and thinking about what it was like to be in school long, long ago when I was not old. But yeah, so I thought this was a really fun tag. Thank you so much for tagging me. I will, of course, link her channel in the video description down below. Number one is the new school year, the start of something new. Pick an awesome debut novel. For this, I'm gonna pick one of my favorite debut novels this year. It is Sweet Black Waves by Christina Perez. Guys, I loved this. The cover, I think, does not do justice to what's inside the book. This is a super dark, atmospheric, witchy retelling of Tristan and Isolde, and it is so good. This was 5 stars for me. I think this is like an underhyped book. It hasn't been getting a lot of attention, but I really loved it and highly recommend it. So yeah, Sweet Black Waves, really good debut novel, and I'm very excited to see where she takes the series. Number 2, teachers. They're there to teach and guide you. Pick a character who is full of sage-like wisdom. And I'm gonna go a little unorthodox on this one. Since I just finished reading Nevernight by J. Kristoff, I'm gonna go with Mr. Kindly, her sort of cat that's not really a cat. He often has a lot of wisdom for Mia, and she only sometimes pays attention to it. So Mr. Kindly is my sage-like wise character. Number 3 is favorite subject. Everybody has a class that was their favorite. I, of course, was really into English. I also really liked social studies. So for this, she says, pick a book from your favorite genre. Probably nobody is shocked that my favorite genre is fantasy. I read lots of different things, but guys, fantasy is my true love. And so I'm gonna recommend another book that I think is not getting as much attention as it deserves, and that is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. Book 2 in the series is about to come out. It's a duology, and I'm really excited about it. I loved this book, guys. It is sort of a retelling of the Snow White story, but this is the backstory of the evil queen set in ancient China. And it is so good and so compelling. This is a very Slytherin book. The main character has definitely landed in one of my favorite villains. She's this amazing, complex female character, and I adore her. So yeah, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. I seriously recommend it. It's just part of a duology, and the second book is about to come out, so go pick this one up. Next is Syllabus. This gives you the layout of everything that's going to happen during the school year. And so for this, the prompt is to pick a book that was predictable. I'm going to go with Everless by Sarah Holland. I know this has been a very popular book. I thought it was pretty good, but I did think it was fairly predictable. I figured out a lot of the plot twists fairly early on. I think it's a really cool world, but I personally found it to be fairly predictable. Next is Pencils. And this is for those of you who like to just doodle in class or were really into art class. Pick a character who is an artist. For this question, I'm going to pick Stella from Brightly Burning by Alexa Dunn. This is a YA Jane Eyre retelling set in space, and I really enjoyed it. Also, I have a signed and personalized copy because Amanda is amazing and she went to a signing and got it signed for me. I really love Alexa. She has an AuthorTube channel that is fantastic, which I will link down below. Definitely go and check her out. But yeah, Brightly Burning, and the main character, our Jane character, her name is Stella, and she is an artist. She draws things on, I guess, the equivalent of like an iPad, so she's the artist I'm gonna go with. I really like this. Number 6 is books. You know, those things that have knowledge in them. Talk about the books that you're currently reading. So I am currently reading 2 books. I am not very far into either one of them, so I don't have a lot to say about them yet. But so far, so good. I'm feeling hopeful. The first one is adult historical fiction. This is The Phantom Tree by Nicola Cornick. This one involves time travel. So our main character is in the present day, but she is from far in the past. So it involves time travel. It involves a mysterious painting. So far it's really interesting, so I'm into this. I actually got sent this by the Harlequin publicity team to take a picture for Instagram, But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. The other book that I'm currently reading is Unclaimed Baggage by Jen Dahl, and this one is coming up pretty soon in September. This is another debut novel. It is a YA contemporary, and this is about some teenagers during the summer that are working at this store where all of the unclaimed baggage from the airlines after a while gets sent, where they go through and like resell the stuff that they find in it, which I didn't know was a thing, by the way. Pretty interesting that that is a thing. Yeah, so I'm reading this and I've heard good things about it. I'm really not very far into it, so I don't have much to say yet, but I'm feeling hopeful about it. Finally, backpack. Much like Amanda, I always stuffed way too much stuff into my backpack. I probably still do the same thing with my purse, although I've gotten better since having kids because now I have all their stuff, so I have less of my stuff. Anyway, the point is, pick a book that had too many things stuffed into it. And for this, I'm definitely going with Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. Generally, I love the Wayward Children series. So far, this is my least favorite of the books, and I think the reason is I feel like she's trying to do too many things, and it's a tiny little book, guys. It meanders, and it's not plot-driven enough. It doesn't get to the point. It tries to do lots of different things with lots of different characters, and it is just too much for the length of the book. So I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I still liked it, but too much going on here. Alright, so that is the end of the back to school tag. If you guys are headed back to school, I hope that you have a great beginning of the school year. I am not going back to school, but my 4-year-old is starting pre-K, so I am going back to school in that sense. So it's gonna be a whole new experience. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know what your answers were to any of these, or if you would pick different answers. I will also tag a bunch of people, so if your name is down there, you're tagged, but also feel free to consider yourself tagged if you just want to do this. I think it's a pretty fun thing to do for this time of year. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.